Have you ever wanted to grow your own beans but you thought you needed a big garden? The truth is, you can grow beans perfectly well on a balcony or a terrace. And I know it because I've been trying it myself this season. Now, I will be honest, I made a few mistakes. Some of my plants ended up with dry leaves, probably too much sun, too much wind, or maybe I just didn't water properly. But despite that, a few beans still managed to grow, which shows how resilient these plants are. So stick with me until the end because I'm going to open up one of my pods and show you exactly what's inside. And I will also share my special variety, a purple pod beans that produces the most beautiful pink flowers. Let's start with the basics. The container is key. Beans need space for their roots, so choose a pot of at least 20 to 30 liters with good drainage holes at the bottom. For soil, use high-quality, rich, well-draining potting mix. And of course the seeds. You can grow two main types in containers. Bush beans, compact, don't need support, perfect if you are short on space. Or pole beans, climb and need support like bamboo poles or trellis. They take more vertical room but are far more productive. Dark colored containers heat up quickly. Clay pots dry out faster than plastic or fabric grow bags, so watering needs differ. Here is how to plant beans in a pot. First, fill your container with soil, leaving a little room at the top. Then sow the seeds. For pole beans, place 2 to 3 seeds per pot. For bush beans, you can go with 4 to 5 seeds in the same pot. Push them into the soil about 2 to 3 centimeters deep. Once the seeds are in, water thoroughly. This first watering is crucial. It wakes the seeds up and starts germination. Pro tips: beans germinate best in warm soil, above 15 degrees. If it's cooler, start indoors and move outside later. Succession sowing every 2 to 3 weeks give you a steady supply instead of one big harvest. Now, how do you care for your plants? This is where I made some mistakes. Beans need regular watering to keep the soil moist, especially during flowering and pod production. Too little water and the leaves can dry out, which happened to me. They also need at least 6 to 8 hours of sun every day. Too much wind or direct exposure can stress them. So if you're on a windy balcony, try to give them some protection. For feedings, beans don't need heavy fertilizer, but a light vegetable fertilizer every couple of weeks will help. And if you are growing pole beans, add your support structure early on. A bamboo teepee or a trellis works great. That way the plants can climb naturally as they grow. Extra tips: beans actually fix nitrogen in the soil, so avoid high nitrogen fertilizers. Focus on potassium and phosphorus for strong flowering and pod growth. Mulch the soil with straw, leaves or grass clippings to keep moisture in and roots cool. Watch out for pests like aphids or spider mites. A neem spray or just hosing them off works well. Harvesting beans is simple. Pick them while they are still young and tender for the best flavor. The more you pick, the more the plant produces. So don't be shy, harvest often. For pole beans, daily picking can double your harvest. If pods get too big, the plant slows down production. And as promised, let's open up one together. Look at that color, that's just amazing. Now, what do you do once you harvest beans like this? The easiest way is to steam them for about 5 to 7 minutes. Then just add a drizzle of olive oil, some salt, pepper and maybe a squeeze of lemon. Simple, quick and delicious. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe for more balcony gardening tips and let me know in the comment which bean variety are you going to try this year.